Once upon a time, the player opened their eyes. They found themselves in a magical land of witchcraft and wizardry. But where to go? How would they escape their cruel fate? To which they have found themselves thrust into by the cruel hands of fate. How could they go on? How do they escape? All questions asked by the distraught player. Will they ever see the ones they love? Will hope prevail? How will this adventure unfold? Will it be through fearful magic and frightening foes? Or will it be a quest of mercy and love? Yet, however, the player... Well, I never! Are you not even going to let me finish? I have a whole introductory speech written out, and... fine. The player grabs the wand and uses the mouse to blah, blah, blah. All this can be found in the game description, since you obviously don't need my help. The player discovers secrets in the place they were ensnared into. They would start their marvelous adventure through fire. The player emerged to a land of hope and sand. Lots of sand. The player spotted civilization in the distance and decided to investigate. Alas, there was no one home. How strange. Aha! There was, a way out in the civilization. And a mystical artifact in an unreachable cave. The player entered the home into a No! This isn't supposed to happen! Don't worry, we can save your adventure. Here, we'll get you to a proper film one way or another. And the player leapt into the water. Of course, they know best. Of course! Just ignore my words. Well, if the player had read the instructions, they would know. Water equals evil. the player leapt into the water. Of course, they know best. I'm out of bolts. How do we get you to the film? Why isn't this working? Oh, this is for the set crew, not the actors. How are you even here? Never mind, just take the item and try to get to the ship. Of course. Just ignore my words. Well, if the player had read the instructions, they would know. Water equals evil. And the player leapt into the water. Of course, they know best. Of course. Just ignore my words. I think I get it now. How could I have been so blind? You are a player, not an actor. The rules of these films don't apply to you. You have choice, something actors don't have. And sure, you can tell a far more controlled tale that way. There is something special about forging your own path. Even I'm certain you've at least tried to do that here. With trying to fly. Trying to push this film to its limits. And generally breaking the order of things. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying this line yet. Meaning, I am no longer the only narrator, am I? I'm not the only artist making the choices on set. This game of ours has not just one, but now two artists working toward one goal. Well, if the player had read the instructions, they would know. Water equals evil. And the player leapt into the water. Of course, they know best. Of course, the player has to destroy everything. It's in their nature, I suppose. Of course. Well, if the player had read the instructions, they would know. And the of course, just ignore my words. Well, if the player had read the instructions, they would know. What evil. This is it! the ending. Well, player, I believe this marks the end of our little adventure. No matter how much you ruined it, you still pulled through to the end. However, I believe this is where we say farewell. So thank you for playing, and maybe one day we will meet again. But until then, good